Hey everyone, how are you all doing? This is Spike here, and today I'm going to be recording something a little bit different than usual. So I thought maybe some of you, especially those that love my models, will find this pretty interesting. I'm going to be recreating a model from scratch, which is going to be Golf Bowser Jr. I love his outfit so much, and it's really got a lot of detail in, so it'll be a great one to actually experiment with and just try and recreate it. It's probably gonna take a while because, well, yeah, there's a lot of detail, especially with the shoes and stuff. I don't usually work on shoes that much, so we'll have to see how that goes. So when I say I'm starting from scratch, I don't mean I'm literally starting from nothing. I'm going to be starting from Junior's base model here, as we can see. I'm not going to be able to make it 100% accurate because I'm struggling to find all the different sides of him with images. Like, I can get most of it right, but especially with like the colors on the gloves and stuff, and like the back of his shoes and the bottom of his shoes and stuff, it's hard to sort of see in game. So some of it I'm just gonna have to kind of guess on, but I'll hopefully be able to get most of it fairly accurate. So let's just get started. And you also notice he doesn't have eyes here. That's because I don't usually add eyes in Blender. Usually I do that in Unity, which is, I use Blender here for modeling, and in Unity I use to sort of pose all the characters and get them into the scene and all of that. And I just like doing the eyes in Unity because it's easier to move them around and stuff. I'm not really used to doing stuff like that in Blender, but I'll get into that eventually. Like, I can't tell from these images exactly. I'm not going to make the golf club as well, probably not anyway. But I can't quite tell what's going on. Like, I don't know what this is. I think that's just the end of the shirt where his neck comes out, I'm assuming. And like, I can't properly see what's going on with the glove here, which is a problem. We'll see anyway. We'll see how we go. I think we'll start off with the hat, you know. I think we will start off with the hats. I do have some other images here as well, where we can, with this one, we can just about see what his hat looks like at the back. It looks interesting. I've never made a hat sort of like this before. We'll just go over the eyebrows for now. So we'll start down here, and we'll just move some vertices around. So if we just select all of, these, all to the back of his head, and I think we'll just, yeah, we'll select the ones all up here as well. We'll just skip over his hair and his horns. So what I'm doing here, why I'm selecting all this, yeah, I don't want to select the horns now. The reason I am doing this is because I'm simply going to duplicate this and make this bit that I'm selecting into the base of his hat, so we've already got his head shape in there, and we're not literally just making the hat straight up from scratch and just trying to make it fit on his head. Instead, we've got his head here, we can easily make it fit on and all of that and make it look good. Okay, I think that's it pretty much selected now. So what we're gonna do is we're going to duplicate it and get away. So as you can see now, we've got this, which is the hat, and now I'm gonna have to try and make it so it fits just like this one here. So I think what's going on is we're gonna need to select all of this, and we're gonna have to move this up a bit just so it's not overlapping with the eyebrows on as much as it is at the moment. You see, modeling can be quite a tedious process sometimes, but it's all worth it in the end. So I'm just merging these together. Good. So now we're going to go ahead and select all these again, pretty much. Yeah, just like that. And we're just gonna go ahead and bring it up again. Maybe I'm bringing this up a little bit too much. And there we go. That's that. So we're gonna have to try and straighten this out a bit now. So move these two down a bit. That's now clipping through his head. We don't want that, obviously. Oh yeah, speaking of that, I'm gonna have to make this overall a little bit, the whole thing a bit bigger, just so it doesn't exactly clip through his head. Right, so now I think maybe move these two up a bit. These eyebrows are kind of in the way. I wish I could. I probably should have made them a different object so I can just hide it, but it's okay. I think we'll merge this one as well, actually, and then we'll bring these two up a bit, and then this one here, yeah, a tiny bit down on the Z. So yeah, it's very tedious sometimes. Yeah, I think that's okay. That's looking good. Again, it's not going to be completely accurate, mostly because these models aren't really the same, because clearly his eyebrows are in a bit of a different position here. But if we have the eyebrows overlapping a little bit, it doesn't really matter that much, and we can change it later on if it doesn't look great. I think our next step here would be giving it some width, you know, some depth, because at the moment obviously it's flat and it should not be flat. Let's also get rid of the material because this green is blending in with his skin at the moment, which makes it hard to see. So what we'll do is we'll grab the sides here like this, and we're going to extrude them and scale them out again to give it a bit of depth here. And then you know what, no, I'm doing this all wrong. I want to select the whole thing and extrude out like that, and there we go. We've got some nice depth there. Nice. So like the whole bit around the top of his head is just gone, which is very interesting. Let's work on that next, I think. So we're going to want to get rid of quite a few vertices. We'll start off with around the head, around the hair, and just work on it from there. So we'll get rid of these first, and we're also going to have to get rid of the ones underneath too, just like this. Looking good, looking good. I think that's about it for the sides there. Maybe we'll just adjust those a little bit more. We're going to get rid of these corners here as well, as that's not going to look too great, and we'll fill that in myself. I think we're just going to go ahead and round this out a bit more by dragging this a bit more forward and this a bit more back. Makes it a bit more rounded. Now let's fill these in. So we just want to go up to each one and add a face here. Alright, not bad at all. Again, it's looking very flat at the moment, but we'll get to that. Let's work on the back next. So all that really needs to be done on the back here is this middle part here just needs to be a bit less on the height, whatever. So I'm gonna grab all of these. Should I do those at the same time? Yeah, we'll do it at the same time and see how it goes. So we'll press extrude and we'll scale on the X. And we'll go to about here roughly, maybe up a little bit, maybe out a bit more. Then we just want to create these extra faces, and we're just gonna want to fill in all these extra faces, and there we go. Let's have a look. Not looking bad actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that actually. Something I always forget to do is save. Oh my god, I'm so bad with saving. So many times I've made models, like I've completed them, and then this software just crashes randomly and I lose everything. It's so annoying. Oh my god, there's nothing that annoys me more than losing progress because I forget to save. Okay, so we start on the little cap now. Okay, we've kind of already got the sort of vertices here to work with. What we'd want is these ones here. Not that one, definitely not that one. There we go. So yeah, we want these little ones here. Of course, it's going to need some work around that. But overall, we can start kind of scaling it out a bit. We've already got sort of the shape here as well, which is great. I think the pointiness here is okay. Oh, actually no. His is a bit more smooth around the edges there. Maybe I'll drag these guys out a bit to sort of make that the edge. So now we've got a little bit more smoothness to that. We've lost these vertices, let's drag those up. Let's go ahead and connect this again. It's a bit... oh no, that's not looking great. Let's drag these forward a bit, just like that. That's looking better, that's for sure. Definitely looking better. Now we'll go ahead and extrude them out more again. So we're gonna grab the corners here to make it a bit more rounded. We're gonna drag them right back, maybe a bit more on the X2. Not bad. Again, it's looking a bit weird with the eyebrows, but not a whole lot I can do about that. I suppose I can just sort of tuck them underneath the hat later on. But at the moment, I think they're okay. We're not going to worry too much about that. Okay, here we go. I couldn't find anything, so I just made something which it looks okay. Let me make a new material for this. What I'm gonna do as well, we can see that there's orange around here. I don't know if it's on the bottom or not, I just can't see, but I assume it's probably just white on the bottom. What I'm gonna do is sort of mark that out to make it a bit easier using vertices here. So I'm going to subdivide these two and subdivide these two, as well as do the same thing on the bottom. Yeah, pretty good. And then I'm of course going to have to just redo the material, the faces, because that's screwed up a bit now. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So now that we've got that, we can just assign it to around here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to unwrap it. This is making the UV map. I usually use about 0.02 for this, doesn't really matter. So this is the UV map that I'm going to be actually painting the texture onto. So if we go into, if we go into texture paint mode now, we can add a color. And its base color is going to be white. So let's choose white. There we go. And now I can start painting pretty much. So what we're going to do is we're going to select all of these that I just made. And we're also going to select all the bottom. We definitely do not want these. That is for sure. And put this on, and now we can select our orange that we want, which is going to be a nice sort of pure orange, which should be, we go on fill, and probably something kind of like that, I reckon. Yeah, that's nice. That's, oh no, that's not nice. I selected too much. That's okay. It doesn't matter. I'll just reselect these here. My mistake. This is meant to be white, not orange. So let's just grab the white back, and there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Then we are going to want the texture. So let's go get it. So we've got our texture there. We're going to create a new brush here just to make it a bit easier. Select the texture. Okay, now we're going to look up a bit. Now we're going to stencil it. I just want to scale it out a bit like that. And like that. It's not on his actual bit, is it? It's on the, yeah, it's on that. Okay. Okay. I think maybe about there. How's this looking? Let's get rid of that. I mean, it definitely does not look exactly the same as his, but I definitely don't think that looks bad, to be honest. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's not the same, but I think I'm happy with that. I'm happy with how it looks at the moment. I just want to go ahead and save the texture. So yeah, this is our UV map here. Awesome. Could do his glove next, maybe. But I probably won't texture that quite yet because I don't really know what the hell is going on with the textures on this one. There is so much going on in it. It's got orange, got green, you got white. You probably have his symbol on the front of his glove as well. Like, I don't know. I'll probably just make his glove for now. So the glove's going to be very simple. Also, why does he only have one glove? That's weird. All the characters do, actually. Maybe that's a golf thing. I don't play golf, so I have no freaking idea. Let us duplicate his whole hand here. No, that one. So Shifty P selection. And we've got his hand here. Although you can't really tell because it's literally overlapping his other hand. So first of all, we're going to get rid of his... We're going to make it a bit bigger for a start. We just don't want to see that much green is what I'm going for. So what we'll do here, we'll get rid of his fingers from his glove. So we'll delete all of this. It's already fine. Ah! What did I just activate? There we go. Sometimes I press keys that I don't want and it just activates something that I don't want, pretty much. So we'll just sort of drag this in place here, scale it out and down a little bit, and then this one definitely we're gonna have to move out this way. We just don't want to see any green, pretty much. Like, sometimes it's not a problem, because on most of my models what I do is actually delete his skin underneath. So with the head here, I would probably actually not delete much at all, because most of his head is shown. But for the hand, for example, I would delete all his skin under here and just leave his fingers there. For this particular model, I'm not going to do that, because I was working on some other project thing after this, so I'm not going to do that. That is his thumb done though, so now let's work on his fingers. I would say they probably want to go off about here, so let us do that. Let's just select that to make it a bit quicker. We definitely do not want to select the thumb, no, get rid of that. And that should be all good, yeah, I would say so. Delete. And again, we're just going to have to play around with this a bit and try and get this in the right place. So I'd say not move that one specifically, but just move these around a bit. Okay, there we go. I think we're just about done with this. That one was quite a long one. But yeah, there we go. Oh, hang on. We got this here too. There we go. All good. Now we just want to go ahead and select these and extrude, just so we can't sort of see any gaps here. If we look up, like at his fingers there. So yeah, we just want to fill that in to make it look much better. And then same with the thumb. And there we go, that's his glove already done. That was quite quick. But yeah, with in terms of the colouring, it's a little bit hard. It's a little bit hard. Like, he's even got, what, green here on the fingers as well? This is so confusing. I'll have to see if I can try and get a better screenshot in-game of his glove maybe, but you don't really see it that well close up, to be honest. There it is again, like, you can already see, like, so much orange here. You've even got some yellow there. Oh, what is this? What is this? This is so confusing. Oh my god. I think I'll probably work on his shirt next. I think I'm just gonna work from top to bottom, pretty much. So I'll do his shirt next, then trousers and shoes. He's got two. Is this orange here part of the same shirt, or does he have some sort of like vest on here and then he's got a shirt underneath? I think like that there is kind of like indicating that this is a vest and then he's got another shirt on, I think. It's hard to say, to be honest. Let's select all of this. Let's go into wireframe and select all of this for a start. It goes down all the way to there, I guess. Probably about here then, this line. And that's where his trousers will start after this. Don't want that one. And we don't want these two. But let's select his whole back here. Well, we're selecting a bit more than I wanted to. We don't want to have his head in this. I think we're just about done. Well, I mean, there's all this. Yeah, I guess we'll select all this as well, because when he lifts his head up, that's when you're going to see all of this, this part of the shell up here. So we will go ahead and select all this. Like that. And there we go. That is... I'm just thinking whether maybe we want to go down more. I don't think so, no, because that's literally where his legs start. No, okay, that's fine, we're good here. So let's shift D and, as in duplicate, and let's go do that, and let's make this a bit bigger. And what I'm going to do now is hide Bowser Jr. because I need to fill in the shell pretty much and make it not so shelly, if that makes sense. Make it flat like it's a shirt. We're gonna clear sharps. I don't like the sharps. The sharps are basically the blue lines that you see. They well, it's not that I don't like them, it's that I don't want them here. They just well, you can see basically that this looks a lot different to what it did with sharps. It's hard to put into words. I'm gonna first of all, yeah, okay. So what I think would be good is merging all of these together at the places where the shell was, and now just this one here as well. There we go, looking good. I think, yeah, it just needs a bit of clearing up around the edges. This is not in the right place. That should be there. That should probably connect there. These three should merge to this. Maybe drag that out a bit more as well. Drag that out a little bit more. Do a little bit of minor adjusting with these vertices. And then that. There we go. That looks pretty natural. This is natural belly shape. That's a bit weird there, so we'll drag that down a bit. There's some spike there. So there we go. Yeah, perfect. I think at the edges. Yeah, he doesn't necessarily have it here, but I like to usually do this just because it looks nice. What I do is I extrude out here and do one of these and one of those to make it, you know, to have nice little ends like that. And then I'm just gonna have to flip. You can see that these are darker here. That means that the normals need to be flipped. Excuse me. So what this is saying is, with these faces, you can only see them on one side. So here we can see these perfectly here, and we can see these here. However, because these are the darker side, if we open this up in Unity, for example, we'd see nothing here. It would just be completely transparent. Whilst on this side, you can see it. You can only see it on one side, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And at the moment, these are not on the right side. These need to be flipped. Hopefully I explained that a bit okay, because I'm not good at explaining things, as you can probably tell already by now. Let us flip the normals, like so. And then we just do that. We select this. So if we put Bowser Jr. back in this is what it, okay. Yeah. We got some clipping going on, however, I'm not that worried about the stomach here. The clipping, because you're not actually going to be able to see this shirt underneath. You're only going to be able to see the arms. So yeah, let's just do some adjusting here. It's simple stuff really. Just gotta drag out this line pretty much, and that's it for that. Maybe a little bit over here as well, just to even it out a bit. So just the arms now. Looking good. I do think that maybe that right side is a little bit too much. So drag that back a bit. So now we can just assign the material. Because this is literally just a one single color, we can just use vertex colors. We don't have to use a texture paint. We don't have to texture paint, we just have to assign the material here. We'll say orange shirts and make it orange. Simple as that. Orange. That looks good. We can change this later on if we don't like it. That might be a little bit too bright of an orange, but we'll see what it looks like when we get the vest on. And now that we've made this shirt here, oh, you know, before I say what I was going to say, I just remembered we haven't done this at the bottom. Literally all we have to do here is just scale in. So we've got a nice little bit here without the without any holes there, and then the same thing up here. Just make sure we selected all of them. We just scale in like that. There we go. Wonderful. That's what I like to see. Now that we've got that, we can easily work on the vest from this. Let's duplicate this and call this vest, and get rid of the orange so we can see what we're doing. Let's make this bigger, and let's also get rid of the arms. We don't want to get rid of too much here, just a bit at a time. Yeah, I think that looks good. Just get rid of this one actually. We'll just experiment here. So clearly we don't want that one, or that one, or that one, or that one. Probably not any of these three here then. Yeah, perfect. There he is. Oh, he looks so cute in the vest. Bless him. So now we just need the V formation here. If you remember, we did this, extruded it out. Let's get rid of that for now, because we're gonna be messing with some things here. Let's get rid of Bowser Jr. for a second so we can see what we're doing. So I think we want to get rid of these three. Maybe that's gone a bit low actually. He has green around there, so we'll go ahead and make the formation of that. Then I think maybe just connect this like that, to be honest, and then that's pretty much it. Maybe get rid of these two and connect this like that instead. Okay, looking good, looking good. Let's put Bowser Jr. back and see what we got. Oh no, no. You know what, I've done it all wrong. It's a V shape, not a U or whatever I've done here. What have I done? Disaster. It's okay, we've already got the middle vertices here, so all we have to do really is just drag these up and move them around a bit. Oh, what? Yeah, that's looking at. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. Yeah, that's not looking too great, is it? See, it's because we dragged these straight up. They're meant to go back as well, which is not what we did. And we're gonna have to drag these ones back now as well. Maybe out a bit as well. Okay, I think that's looking good in terms of that. We just need to Drag you back a little bit more. Maybe you guys actually forward a bit more. And then I think that's about alright. Let's take a look at him here. And yeah, perfect. So with the vest here, I'll probably get rid of, not the vest, the shirt underneath. I'll probably get rid of this one little vertex here. And from there I'm gonna just sort of adjust it. Maybe I'll sort of fill this in a bit. Could probably be a little bit less there. So I guess maybe even just drag these down a bit. So we just got a tiny bit of orange here and there. Kind of like that, yeah. Although his shell just goes straight over that anyway. Yeah, you know what, I prefer that. I prefer his whole shell to be shown, so I'm just going to simply drag this back so it's not visible at all. And then that should, I'm just going to drag these as well, just in case at some point you can see them, because that does not look too good. And there we go. That's pretty much it. We just want to fill in around here because we haven't done that yet. So as always, we just extrude in and extrude in here as well. Bam. We are pretty much done with the shirt. We just got to texture this one. So in terms of the textures, we got the green around here, of course, which we've already... Well, I had already done it, but then I kind of messed it up, didn't I? Because I realized it was a triangle formation. Well now. Well. Looks like I'm going to have to do that again. It's not a big deal because we've actually got it mostly around here already. It simply just needs another vertex here. Connect that and that and that and that. That and that, that and that. Maybe just drag these two up a little bit and these two a little bit more this way. But then with that, we've got our green outline there. Also, I don't like how this is not straight, so I'm gonna fix that right now. To make it quicker, let's just select them all like this, and we just scale on the Z to make it straight. There we go. Just drag it down a bit like that. Perfect. I want to go ahead and set the UV map, so unwrap it. Let's go to texture paints and add a paint slot. White, is it? Yeah, it's pretty much just pure white. Wonderful. I'm gonna get my texture now. Oops. There it is, number 6. Voila. But before I do that, I'm going to select all of the bottom here that we want the stripe on, as well as this part. There we go. So this is what we want the green to be on. Let's choose our color. So it's sort of like, I don't think it's quite that sort of green. No, definitely not. I think in fact that's probably about right. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I would say that's decent. Yeah, that's decent. Okay, we want our little texture now, the logo. So let's do that. Sort of like that. and that. How large is it? It's not very big at all, and it's of course to the right side. I think it needs to be a bit more stretched out this way, then like this, and like this. Hang on, I didn't. The strength isn't set to max. Just a little bit there. That is pretty good, I'd say. Yeah, that's pretty good. I would say that is pretty good. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's save that. So we've got his vest, we've got his shirt, we've got his hat, we've got his glove. So now it's simply just his trousers and his shoes. His shoes are gonna be really tough, I can already tell, but that's fine. Trousers, they're not gonna be too bad to do, because it's mostly, again, just copying it and just fiddling around with some bits. His legs look so short here. They do look really short. Like, he has, what, tiny little shorts on, but yet they're going all the way down to his shoes. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, let's just do some stuff, pretty much. Let's hide the shirts. Because it would just be easier to work with then. And we'll sort of go around here, I think. But then we can just select what we want, pretty much. So we'll go from there all the way down to here, pretty much. Then just select everything that I didn't quite capture. Don't want his feet though, obviously. So let's deselect all of the vertices on there. Yeah, same thing with this foot. They're shorts as well, so we're not going to want them going all the way up to his feet actually. So we will just deselect all of these. And there we go. Probably still a bit long, but we can work on that after, it's fine. So let's duplicate that and make it a different object. And let's scale it a bit. Yeah, so this is where the trousers, or shorts in this case, get a bit tricky, because I'm going to have to adjust the whole legs, which is fine. We've also got this shell to deal with again. Let's hide Bowser Jr. and we'll sort of fill this in a bit. I think maybe drag this out a bit. Maybe this one up. About there, I'd say. And these are shorts, of course. This isn't his skin at the moment, so this obviously does not look very natural unless his shorts are really that tight around him, which can't be very comfortable. So let's merge these vertices that are close around the legs here. Maybe his shorts are just this tight, you never know. Yeah, I'll say that's okay. Let's see now, let's put his body back again. Let's also get rid of this green colour so we can actually see where his skin is coming through. And then of course we're going to want to make this straight, because at the moment it is not straight at all. Make it straight and drag it up. We'll instead make another row there and drag that up. Good, good. Of course, we don't want his tail as well. His tail, as far as I know, isn't inside his clothes. Yeah, his tail is poking out. So let's do that next. We will select all of this, not those. There we go. And delete. Perfect. That's what I like to see. Then we're gonna want to work on just adjusting in the legs. So I think it'd be best to do this one by one instead of doing both legs at the same time. Oh no, selecting all the wrong things. No. Then want to do the same from this side. We might be able to get away with selecting this whole leg at the same time actually. I think we'll drag all of these up a little bit for a start. Let's select them all. Deselect these. No, no, no. I'm selecting more than I'm deselecting. You are a pain in the ass. There we go. So we just want to drag it up literally just slightly. And then drag these down a bit. And then I want to scale them out separately. Maybe not quite that much. Maybe a bit more that way as well. Kind of like that, yeah. And then, of course, we just fill them in, like so. There's his shots, awesome. It's kind of like this-ish. Not quite. A bit more this way, I think. Maybe a little bit brighter as well. Tiny bit darker. I'm not going to worry too much about getting the colours completely right at the moment, because I like to usually I prefer to adjust the colours more in Unity if I'm doing just the single colours rather than texture painting. I just find it a bit easier. So there we go, that's the shorts pretty much done now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't check this actually. That doesn't look good. Good thing I just put it back on because, yeah, I did not think about checking that. We need to just put the vest over his shorts. What does it look like in here actually? Yeah, he does sort of have his vest over his shorts there, so we just need to stretch that out a bit. Much better. His undershirt's kind of clipping through a little bit, so let's just, we'll tuck that one into his trousers or his shorts. So we'll just scale it in pretty much. There we go. Perfect. You look so cool. Oh, I love him. So yep, time to work on his feet then.